The Kenosha teenager charged with shooting and killing his ex-girlfriend will not be taking the stand in his defense. 15-year-old Kaylee Juga was shot and killed in her home back in May of 2019. Her mother was also wounded by the suspect. Fox 6's Bill Miston explains what happened in court today before prosecutors rested their case.
Enters the garage.
A person wearing black and white shoes seen hugging the side of a house, hopping a fence and entering the Juga family garage on May 9th.
I'm able to hear what appears to be 7 gunshots.
Then a person seen running out. Minutes later, a person wearing different clothes but white shoes caught on camera a couple blocks away, riding a bike away from the home. And clothing. Police say matched Martise Fuller at the time of his arrest. However, the black clothing and white shoes were never found. Detective Jason Kennedy testifying the gun Fuller posed with consistent with the one found in a Racine storm drain disposed of by a relative. Surveillance video days before the shooting showing a person outside the Juga family home in the early morning hours, riding away on a bicycle.
I told her not to go outside because I was afraid of him hurting her.
A friend of Kaylee's recalling a different time Martise went over to Kaylee's home after she broke up with Fuller.
And I begged her to wake up her parents. She wasn't going to, but eventually she did.
Had you encountered something like that from a student before?
No, however, this was an extreme case for me. I was scared.
A former Bradford High School official recalling the events after an incident between Juga and Fuller in a classroom in January 2019.
That he was calling every office in the school building trying to get to me so he could convince me not to change their schedules.
Fuller ultimately expelled after having contact with Kaylee in a hallway.
For my safety, I'll have to look for a job with multiple people around and somewhere he does not know where I work.
Were you sad to lose her as an employee?
Absolutely.
Juga's former boss reading her 2-week notice, testifying that Fuller would call numerous times a day when Kaylee was working and when she was not, allowing her to lock the door if she was working alone.
Did she tell you why she was afraid to be alone?
She said that she was being harassed by her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend at the time. She said his name was Martise.
Less than 2 weeks after Kaylee quit, she was killed. Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
The judge in this case denying a motion by Fuller's defense team to dismiss the case on a lack of sufficient evidence. Closing arguments are set to begin tomorrow morning.